Hello everyone. This is Venus Callida here, and I'm convening our guild meeting. While I do this, just get us to the right tablet here. Alright. From gratis. Suspice forcese mortales animas. My brave immortal souls. The guild meeting is beginning. And I used to do a guild meeting officially once a week, and that was way too much. Then it was once every 2 weeks, and then it was not at all for a time because it's not the show that attracts most people, but it's there for information and to track the growth of the channel and also to keep me in check as well, but to also give you a chance, my brave immortal souls, to come on out and give me your ideas. I do touch base with some of you time to time, some of my very first original subscribers here in the channel participating in the YouTube side with me in the chat spaces, and then some of us are together in Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells and Facebook, the Zynga games. Some of us are together in World of Warcraft, and we've been together for some time, and you guys are why I'm here to begin with. Thank you for that. And then I've got others now in Twitch, Instagram, and so forth, TikTok a little bit, and I'll get more into that in detail, but let's further this. We are in the restored inner halls of our once ruins, of our once great nation, and and now we're rebuilding, and so this is our throne room. Sometimes, usually we do our meetings in the war room, but I just wanted to celebrate this summer day. We've got a little bit more air. Positivo room. What are the good things, the positive parts that have happened since the last time we met, which is at least a month ago? Well, I'm spreading my presence across many platforms. Some of you will be happy to hear that I'm finally getting closer to what you've been asking me to do all along as my followers, my immortal souls. So I have now, as of this week, since the EddyCon panels that I was attending, I've spread my presence into Twitch, finally officially started to do a little bit, tiny bit of streaming there to start showcasing some of what I do here with you here in YouTube, which will be my preferred platform to work through. And until I monetize, I will not be able to stream in more than one place at a time, though we have tried it in the past with Facebook, and I just preferred the horizontal setup of our visuals with the YouTube side. And that also means I've gained some new followers on these other platforms, although just a few. I've only been streaming there for just 2 or 3 times, and in this past week, and we have some. And I've also been brave enough to start showing you some of what I draw by hand. I know I'm a beginner, I am untrained, and I haven't drawn for a long time. We all know that last year, before I started this VTube channel, that I was trying to draw out the Wacom tablet, but I didn't like it. Some of you did compliment my first sketches of Venus, the avatar, but just it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't work for me. I don't understand it. I'm not trained, and teaching myself was upsetting me. So I skipped that for a while, but I've come back to it, and I've started to show you a life of Chibi V, which started with fan art from Aloria. So thank you, Aloria, for introducing me to Chibi, because I'm starting to get ideas for it, and maybe Giphies will follow. Impediment. So the obstacles, still as always, and I'm not going to get into it. We all know this. Time to produce, time for the streaming, and now that I'm on other platforms that I can't stream at the same time, extra time for sitting on my butt, which is not so good for the body. So, but I do also need to finally get to that last phase that I've been fighting, even in my heyday of the gamer days, Discord. Everybody's in there. I have to set up a proper lounge. I have to get rid of or do something different with how I used to use it for my guild. We don't use it anymore. We abandoned it. We've been in all sorts of things, but now we just use the one in game. So I have to fix that up and then set a schedule for when I'd be there just to meet and greet with people. The school and work and life balance, it's been really tough. And so when I've been disappearing here, I'm really catching up on sleep. I'm sick. So run down that I got so sick. I was sick for 5 weeks recently and lost my voice. So we don't want to do that again. I just have to work on it. Once I set a schedule, I'm going to literally buy a giant paper and stick it on the wall behind my computer monitors to keep myself in check with that. And I think that will help greatly. Nove me does. So I do have to work out a new schedule to accommodate for all the platforms, the production time, the resting time, to populate business pages. And some people I've known are in Linktree, Throne, things like that. Other alternatives for ways to monetize or be paid in some way for your work. Going to explore it and look at the legal side and the taxing side as well before getting into any of that. And I am not looking to hurt anybody who's not in the financial position to gift me anything. So please take care of yourselves first and foremost. I do not want to cause you any hardship at all, at all. Just looking for new ways to make a business for myself, if I can, through this medium. And also in this, I would need also the time, to collect all my items, to do my art. If I'm going to actually formally use my art, making Giphies, making memes, and also the upkeeps of certain things you should do daily, weekly, and monthly for your channels and your feeds if you're a professional VTuber. So I want to take care of that. I want to look into that and get that all sorted out. Now from Idum. So usually I give everyone a sneak peek in the guild meetings. I'm whipping through much faster than I used to do. And today I streamed something on Twitch earlier today because of something that was on the national calendar. And so instead of me redoing the whole script again here for you, instead I thought I would have us watch the thing here. Usually I would play one or two shorts or longer videos in this part of the guild meeting for people to see something new that they haven't seen before. So for anyone who's not on Twitch, who is one of my followers who usually pops in on the YouTube side, let's see if I can't get this working for us right now. Here it is. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to move myself out of the way. Where am I going to go? I'll put myself over here. Boop, doo, doo, doo. I'll watch from over here. And then this one, I think it's a screen check. Yeah, there we go. Out of that. And oh, I know why we can't hear. Okay, be right back.
So here today I wanted to come in and I wanted to share with you something that I would categorize differently, but using the Steam categories, I say it's chat time. And when I chat with people, basically what I like to play games. And everything I do is based around health and wellness and promoting different parts of our everyday life. And one of the things that I like to do is play Riddle Me Din Din, and that's live Tuesday nights on the YouTube side. But sometimes I do recipe blitzes. So we play just one round of the game, very quick usually, and so that you have something, maybe because on the national calendar that is a special food for the day. And today we're doing just that. And I thought I would send it here first out into the Twitch universe just so that you can see something more that I do, and I'll keep doing that for the first week or two that I'm popping in and out before I start setting schedules on this end. So everybody, my precious mortal souls out there, this is Venus Callida here with the very first Twitch side round of Riddle Me Recipe Blitz. So let's go. Riddle me this. I do no harm to anyone unless they cut me first. Then I soon make them cry. What am I? Do 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 do. I sing badly. That's my superpowers. How I'm always able to do it. Really. Riddle number 2. I'm not a rock keyboardist. And I'm not a baseball coach. though all three share my name and may have eaten me sometime in their life, what could I be? Do 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 Riddle number 3. In a bakery, my presence is a must. Without me, all you bake is dust. What am I? Pew 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 pew. Ah. Riddle number 4. Mix me with baking soda and you get air-dry clay that you can shape and paint. What am I? Riddle number 5. The acid in me used to be extracted by boiling animal bones, and I am a leavening agent when you don't have yeast. What could I be?
Hi, Cyan or Tan. How are you this evening?
Riddle number 6. I'm a powder, but despite my name, I am not a pop drink. What could I be?
We're just watching a sneak peek right now of something I posted on Twitch today.
Riddle number 7. Villages become a vibrant red at harvesting time in Hungary, and I am hung with string outside, doors and along fences. You can put me on potatoes or fries, chicken or fish, black beans and stews. I bring the heat, one dash at a time. What can I be?
That's okay. Thanks for stopping by today. I really appreciate it.
Riddle number 8.
Thank you so
I have
much.
a body and a head, but I'm not alive. I can be light or dark, and I'm best served cold. What am I?
You'll be able to watch this later on. It'll be in the feeds for on the YouTube side after this under a guild meeting.
Riddle number 9. Clear as crystal, I hail from Russia with might, distilled many times to make you right. What am I? I can make your night. Riddle number 10. I'm in the Dead Sea. You float because of me. What am I? Riddle number 11. I've been around for about 2,000 years. First seen on pottery stove models in Han Dynasty tombs. Mongols were known to travel with me. Nowadays, I'm usually made from cast iron or carbon steel. What could I be? Msoul. Let's review and find out how many puzzles you could solve. In riddle number 1, I do no harm to anyone unless they cut me first. Then I soon make them cry. What am I? Onions. And we'll need 2 large onions cut into half-inch rounds for this recipe. In riddle number 2, I'm not a rock keyboardist, like Nick Baines, and I'm not a baseball coach, like Jim Davenport, nor am I a jazz trumpeter, Mr. Holland, though all 3 share my name and may have eaten me at one point in their life. What could I be? Well, all 3 have in common the nickname Peanut. And we're going to need 2 quarts of peanut oil for this recipe. Welcome, viewer. Welcome in. This is Riddle Me Din Din, a recipe blitz. Something special just for today. And riddle number 3, in a bakery, my presence is a must. Without me, all you'd bake is dust. What am I? That's all-purpose flour. And we'll need 1 cup of flour for this recipe. In riddle number 4, mix me with baking soda, and you get air-dry clay that you can shape and paint. What am I? This is cornstarch. A lot of fun if you have kids at home. This will keep them busy. We'll need a half cup of cornstarch for this recipe. In riddle number 5, the acid in me used to be extracted by boiling animal bones, and I am a leavening agent when you don't have yeast. What could I be? This is baking powder. We'll need 1 teaspoon. In riddle number 6, I'm a powder, but despite my name, I'm not a pop drink. What could I be? Another word for pop is soda, so we're talking about baking soda. We'll need a 1/4 teaspoon. In riddle number 7, villages become a vibrant red at harvesting time in Hungary, when I'm hung with strings outside windows and along fences. You can put me on potatoes or fries, chicken or fish, black beans or stews. I bring the heat, 1 dash at a time. What could I be? This is paprika. And we're going to need a half teaspoon of paprika for this recipe. In riddle number 8, I have a body and a head, but I'm not alive. I can be light or dark, and I'm best served cold. What am I? We're talking beer. We'll need a 3/4 cup light flavored beer, such as PBR or Budweiser, ice cold. In riddle number 9, clear as crystal, I hail from Russia with might, distilled many times to make you a knight. What am I? We're talking vodka. We'll need a 1/4 cup of 80 proof vodka for this recipe. In riddle number 10, I'm in the Dead Sea. You float because of me. What am I? Salt. And you'll need kosher salt to taste for this recipe. Finally, riddle number 11, I have been around for about 2,000 years, first seen in pottery stove models in the Han Dynasty tombs. Mongols were known to travel with me. Nowadays, I'm usually made from cast iron or carbon steel. What could I be? We're talking about a wok. If you don't have a wok, you can also use a Dutch oven for this recipe. So Venus, you may wish to ask, what does this make? It's from a website called Serious Eats, and it's the Food Lab's foolproof onion rings recipe. I know I love to get them from the store, and I know I've been gifted an air fryer. I'm very lucky, but I'm afraid to figure it out. And so I wanted a foolproof recipe that everyone would love. So here's what we do. You separate your onion rounds into individual rings, place them in a gallon-sized Ziploc freezer bag, and put them in the freezer until they're completely frozen. I would never have thought to do this on my own. For at least 1 hour, keep them frozen, and they can stay in the freezer for up to 1 month. When you're ready to fry, remove the onion rings from the freezer bag, transfer to a bowl, and thaw under tepid running water. Transfer then to a rimmed baking sheet lined with a clean kitchen towel or several layers of paper towels, and dry the rings thoroughly. I kind of like a clean kitchen towel because the paper bounty sheet's going to kind of stick a little bit sticky. So carefully peel off the inner papery membrane from each ring and discard it. The rings will be very floppy. It's okay. Set them aside. You're going to preheat your oil to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius, oh my goodness, in a large wok or Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Combine the flour, corn cornstarch, baking powder, baking soda, and paprika in a medium bowl and whisk it together. Combine the beer and the vodka in a small bowl. I'm going to get to some dipping here. Now, slowly add the beer mixture to the flour mixture, whisking constantly until the batter has the texture of thick paint. You may not need all the beer, but to it to taste, I guess. Batter should leave a trail if you drip it back into the bowl off the whisk. Do not overmix it. A few small lumps are okay. Dip one onion ring into the batter, making sure that all the surfaces are coated. Lift it out, letting excess batter drip off, and add it to the hot oil by slowly lowering it in with your fingers until just one side is sticking out. Then drop it in. Repeat until half of the rings are in the oil. Fry, flipping the rings halfway through cooking until they are deep golden brown. This will take about 4 minutes, so 2 minutes flip, 2 minutes. Transfer the rings to a large mixing bowl lined with paper towels and toss while sprinkling salt over them. The fried rings can be placed on a rack on a rim baking sheet and kept hot in a 200-degree Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius oven while you fry the remaining rings. Serve the rings immediately. I personally love them with drowned in malt vinegar or white vinegar and ketchup. To each their own. Sometimes I use mustard. That's a little bit healthier. I don't know. For fried bit. Well, viewer, you've been quiet out there, but I want to thank you for listening in.
Okay, and that is it for our sneak peek. The first Riddle Me Din Din Recipe Blitz, and it was aired on Twitter today, just as I'm starting to get into Twitter and Twitch. I can't get this plugged in. Yeah, 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. So, I'm going to put me back over here. So now that I know, this is why I didn't do Twitch before. I wanted to just have one medium, one place where I can, oh wow, that shifted a lot. Okay, so let me fix this now. Get my throne room back in order. There we go. And I'm going to get myself back up on my chair. There we go. Whew, that feels better. So that was our little sneak peek, our new idea out there. I did see Kendall Lover in earlier. Kendall Lover, I'm sorry you came in the middle of our sneak peek feature. You haven't been here before for a guild meeting, as you're newer to my channel, so thank you for joining in. Thanks for stopping by. I wish you had waited a little longer. I don't like to interrupt certain things that I do, like a recipe or a storytelling from the public domain, because it ruins the focus for the ones that are following through. But I do want to mention that was just our sneak peek. It's always different. Sometimes they're memes, sometimes there's something it's usually never seen before, something that's going to go live through the guild meetings and you can't find them anywhere else, because I have not taken the time to separate them as standalone videos. Just leave them where they are. And unlike any of our guild meetings before, other than the very first one, I want to do some gratias, some thank yous. Cordro, Cordino, Magnus, and Manny Magnus, who is Pumpkin's son, thank you for funding and gifting and building my iCore 7 PC so that I could get back into this game. My own computer died for the fourth and final time in the Christmas holidays, and haven't had one since, I guess, the second week of May. And now I have one, and now I'm back, and I'm trying to do as much as I can do. I also want to give a special thanks to Aguila Felina and her friend Podge, and there were other panelists as well, A Wong out there, who were great panelists, great discussions, worth the time to sit and listen, helping me get some confidence for my for my hand-drawn Chibi V ideas. And also Aguila Felina she just provided so many things in hard drive, and she was kind enough for me, because you guys know I don't have a smartphone, I don't have GPS, I don't have any of that. So Whenever presented with a square, I'm always challenged with this modern world. And so she was kind enough to send me a link so that I could get all this stuff to go through all of the ideas I've been trying to action this week as you guys watch me trying to expand into different mediums and to finally show you some of what you've been asking for, my own drawings by my own hand to maybe turn into something here in my channel. And I've been doing it a little bit of time every day. Wow, it's quite a lot, and there's quite a lot to upkeep if you do this every day. Definitely going to be more of a challenge when I have work and school. I've got to finish my night course, man. I've got to do that. To find the time and place, the right headspace for the drawing and to develop that. But I'm so glad I went to the YetiCon on the Sunday. I almost didn't, and it was the best afternoon I ever spent anywhere, and to help me grow. So for all of that information, I want to thank you guys for that and for just being kind, not only in person on the day, but since then when I've tried to contact you in person and I'm not like purchasing or like commissioning you for something right now, and you're still kind and like giving me the feedback to help me grow. And so I really appreciate that. So gracias tante. Now, from apertum, as usual, it happens that people pop in and out during the guild meeting, but they never quite stay for when I have the open forum. And my rule of thumb is if no one's here to chat with, then we just can't do it. And that means that the guild meeting will end sooner. This is the part I always thought would be the most important part of the guild meetings, the open forum to share ideas, to watch me play. In the very beginning, it used to be me and Hero Flame doing Sonic and Mario Kart and all that as I try to explore new, different modes of free play games. And I was though touching base before I went online today with Tishy Adams. You guys know her and Bunny are out there, and Tishy and I were talking about me bringing in tarot cards, the reading of the day. I actually thought about doing this like 3 months ago, or middle of winter this year, but making the deck of me, spoofing me in the deck positions, but actually giving you here's your tarot for today. I've been doing here's your karma with the opening doors. I tried an opening dungeon door, but yeah, the opening door, so it doesn't look like I'm stealing someone's gift. I'm making my own in my own crude ways. But I agree with her. So since I heard someone else speak of it, and I never told anyone I was considering doing that, I will. And I told her about the fact that Cyan and I, when I'm gaming in the middle of the night, sometimes we just start pulling the 8-ball on each other, ask questions about each other, tell each other what our 8-balls say, and his 8-ball and my 8-ball have been talking. So we were thinking of a real event with an official 8-ball night where we're going to chat with the 8-ball. So when we do the chill and chats, we're going to have 8-ball night one of these nights as its own event. So we're going to be bringing more new things in. And just to say, if anybody was here and wanted me to play a video game with them or get onto a video game they like watching me play, we would definitely be doing that right now. If Emerson were here, we'd be going into My Singing Monsters. If Tishy Adam or Dark Alice were here, we'd be going into Harry Potter Puzzles and Spells. When she got us up into Sapphire again, thank you. I love that when I'm gaming and streaming gaming and talk about gaming, some of my subscribers are also there with me in the games and we're playing together. Or talking there, or talking through WoW while I'm talking to everyone through my stream about it at the same time. I just love that. And gearing up to do more of that over the summer when everybody is, doesn't have to deal with school. Get out of school, we'll have more time for all of that. So we hope. We're also very tired. I know me, for one, really want to be in a pool without burning my skin off. So as soon as that's open, because our local pool in my area is closed this month, yeah. So all that stuff's coming up, and I'm actually feeling kind of tired. So this guild meeting is going to be a little bit short, but that's okay. I mean, half an hour is good enough. We're almost at the half-hour mark. That's a pretty good time. And I found on my tablet an ancient Roman coin of Venus. I always love when they tribute me. I gotta love it. So I wanted to put it here in my final tablet, my marble tablets. Ocurren stilato. Vale. We are officially closed. This is Venus Callida closing our guild meeting for June 22nd, 2024. Go in peace, everybody. Go have a good time. Go have a wonderful evening. Keep enjoying your weekend. Stay cool out there. Don't forget to hydrate. And I'm going to take my last sip of ice cold water here. My ice cubes have melted. And so I raise my cup to your health and mind. Chin chin. As sloppily as I can. Don't forget to hydrate. Have a wonderful evening. And